The 3 points wrapped up there in the end, but first half just couldn't get on the score sheet.
Yeah, look, it was, it had the potential to be a scrappy game. Their goal, we didn't press them enough in the midfield to allow them to shoot. I thought we were always going to score, but it was just a matter of when. Pushing the first half. We could have came away with 1 or 2 goals, but we didn't. But, we did in the second half.
What was the message at half time?
Keep going how we were. We're exploiting areas that we thought they were vulnerable, and it showed in the last sort of 15-20 minutes of that first half, and we did exactly the same in the second half. So if you look at a lot of the goals where they came from, it was areas that we kept on doing in the first half.
You had by far the majority of possession. The game was well and truly played in Clarence's half.
Yeah.
Were there some nerves when you hadn't found the score sheet and you were 1-0 down at half time? Or?
No, I don't think so. Like I've just said, we spoke at half time. We said we're not going to change anything. We keep going as we are, because that 20-minute burst or 15-minute burst in the first half was going to create some chances for us anyway. So we thought, we'll keep going in the second half, and it did straight away. So, obviously Tog has started the scoring off. So.
Yep, and I guess moving on to next week as well.
Yep.
Crucial match, could potentially decide the title outcome.
Yep. Yeah, definitely a big match next week. But as Chris has said, we get through one match, we'll focus on one at a time. And now, tomorrow starts, we focus on next week. And it's a crunch game for both teams. But the boys are up for it. So.
Does that second half scoring all those goals give you a bit more confidence heading into it?
I think when you start scoring a lot of goals, confidence starts to rise. But if the boys can take that sort of scoring power into next week, it's going to be great for us.
Have you looked at how you may try and do things differently against Devonport, or is it just much the same, worry about your football rather than their football?
I think we do focus a lot on what we do well, and I think that showed tonight. We'll look at a few things that Devonport do well as well, and see if we can exploit their weaknesses. But we'll start talking about that tomorrow again.
I guess not the result you wanted there, especially after going in 1-0 up at half time, even though they were dominant with the possession.
Dominant in the first half. Sorry, you threw me with that last bit. I thought, mate, there was a 5-minute patch near the end of the first half where they were dominant, but I thought we outplayed them in the first half. Like I just said to Walter, I just had a good chat with the lads, and you talk about players getting themselves fit for amateur football, and there's only so much the club can do or I can do for the players, and for me that was just seasoned, fit players versus a team that's just come up to a level where they have to play like they did in the first half all game, and that's what happens. Got teams will just run over the top of you, and obviously we knew that would happen this season. I could have parked the bus and just allowed them to have the ball, but we decided to go out, and the boys need to learn how to play and how to try and stick with their tasks, and to their credit they tried to, but just outplayed in the second half.
What was the message at half time?
Just to keep doing what they were doing. I thought the way we set up was really good. They couldn't get the ball through the middle of the park. They had no time on the ball, and to their credit, I think in the second half they just went a lot more direct, and that hurt us a lot. You get a couple of scrappy goals, and our heads dropped a bit. I mean, obviously Togs was a great strike. The next one was a poor one. I think that really dropped their heads, and that's what after the game I let them talk about what happened, and they all the same. After the second one went in, we all dropped our heads, and I'm like, I don't know why. Like, just keep playing. We're not here to win a title today, so. But it's all a learning curve for a lot of us, and we learned a lot tonight.
Yep, and moving forward for the rest of the year, I guess trying to pinch a point or get some points.
Yeah, obviously.
Focus on probably more so the first half where you were able to.
Yeah.
They probably didn't have the clear-cut chances that they had in the second half.
Yeah, trying to do that for 90 minutes obviously is what every coach tries to get out of their players. Big game next week. We really want to. We'd love to take points next week. And then we've only got 4 games left, so that'll be the focus. Trying to do, like you said, do what we did in the first half. Obviously, we have to line up a bit differently against a different side, but we're starting to get stronger in our squad as the year comes to an end, which is a bit annoying, but just got to be positive. Look forward to next week.
Yep.